it's lovely. First time cross again. Tajali puts it away and falls to Yasser. Great block, and then Boris Kapicevic. And he gives the Stags the lead here. Not the prettiest of goals, but the ball pass straight to Kyoga Nakamura, who sits, chuck it down. Kyoga Nakamura puts it away and likely sealed the 3 points here.
Well, second game in a row, they gave the ball away again.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of SPL Social, and today is another fan special. We are here at our Tampines hub for the game between Tampines Rovers and Tanjong Pagar, and of course we're going to be talking to more fans, so let's go. And we're here now with Matt. I believe you're from the UK, right?
Yes, from England, yeah.
So you've got a Tampines Rovers jersey on. Can you explain why Tampines? What's the story behind this?
So we're visiting my sister who lives in Singapore and had to come to Tampines.
So what do you think of the action so far? Have you watched the game?
Yeah, good game. I think they're doing really well. I think they'll probably win 3-0 now, so yeah, really confident.
Thoughts on the kit?
Oh, the kit's amazing. The kit's well good. Yeah, no, really good. I think, it looks really good. So.
Okay, so have you actually seen Singapore football, watched any of our local games?
Yeah, I have actually watched a bit before I came, yeah. I think Tampines are really good. I think they got a good shot at the title. I think it'll be really close. But I think a bit disappointing, obviously they lost to the top of the table, but I think they've got a good chance. Yeah, it's good fun.
Where in the UK are you from? What's your home team, the support back at home?
I'm an Ipswich fan, so
I see.
Yeah, people might not know Ipswich, but yeah, just near London anyway, close to. So
close to
yeah.
London. So what's the culture of football like there? Do you have passionate fans,
Oh yeah, it's very sort of cultural, and the team you support is the one team. You can't have more than one team, and it's very important, and you have to support that team to the end. So yeah, no, it's very passionate. Yeah, it's big.
So how do you think we can improve the league? How can we get more people to come to games? Just like your home team.
I think it's just the experience of it. To be fair, it's just making it fun, particularly families, because I think if you start young and you have a really good time, then when you grow up, you still want to go. So it's all about that. I think it's about the sort of game day experience really, and growing that up and just getting there. And I think then you're going to carry it on. So it'll probably take a while, but that's what it'll do. Yeah.
Okay. And last question, Matt. Firstly, thank you for, of course, coming to support local game. But we got a message for the local football fans from you. Can you say something to them?
I enjoy it. Come on, Tampines!
All right, I'm here now with Richard from Tampines Rovers on this Mother's Day weekend.
Yep.
Richard, I've heard a lot about what you guys do for Mother's Day. Can you just describe to me what's the groundwork like today? Because I see a lot of people with flowers and everything.
We are a community club. I think first is the community, and I think that's where we really want to show that football is a community sport. And that's why we want to bring everybody here together. My good friends, they own a flower shop, and we are giving away flowers to all the mothers who are here today, because mothers play a huge role in growing up. So I think it's very important that we acknowledge them, and this game is all about community. Football should be about the community, and that's exactly why we are doing what we do.
And Richard, we're coming off a very difficult time for Singapore football now. We've got to be honest, we've come off a very painful process, but yet we see fans here today. You mentioned community as well. Can you talk me through personally how you feel about where Singapore football is right now and how important the SPL is as well?
This is Tampines Rovers, and I think we are always one of the best supported clubs, throughout the years since 1996, since the Aztec started. Yes, it's painful, but it was coming. It has been coming, and until we change our mentality and support the clubs, then we can see football moving forward. You can look at swimming, For instance, Joseph's schooling, one mistake and everybody just throws him out the window. Shanti Pereira, when she wasn't doing well, people say a lot of bad things. But now she's a double gold medalist. Everybody is quiet. Just as Singapore football, if we can come together as a community and win the haters, we can start winning something.
Okay, and what do you think of Tampines Rovers? What's the contribution of Tampines Rovers towards our national team? Do you think you guys' youth academy or the youth team is doing enough? Because right now you did have some Tampines players also in the SEA Games, right? Is enough being done, you think, by Tampines for the national team?
I think Tampines plays a big part. I think every club plays a big part. Even Lion City, we may be enemies on the field, but we are supposed to be a community. We are good friends with the GM, of Sailors. And even though we, as they always say, fight on the field, friends off the field. And until we can cultivate that, we can start, having some form of community in local football.
What do you think we need to improve on, honestly, Richard? I know there's a lot of things, a lot of people say we need to improve on our drive for a start. against Malaysia, to be honest, we don't know what we were doing on the field. But
Yeah.
what do you think needs to be improved on?
I think ourselves. I think we need to know where we stand, and we need to then understand what is acceptable. What we can improve on, I think we just need to be behind our players, number one. Number two, to be honest, I can't think of a number two because there's really nothing for us to really go on anymore. I mean, it's so disappointing, right?
Let's talk about Tampines. Tampines right now second on the SPL table.
Yeah.
Actually quite close in terms of points to LCS. What do you think are going to be the chances of winning the title this season?
We are building a team from scratch. We have built a team around young players. As you can see, a lot of teams now trying to get the young players and they can't because we are cultivating them. We are getting all these 17, 18, 19-year-old players and we are building them from the ground start. And that's why, as mentioned earlier, we are a community club. We support the young generation and hopefully in the next 5 to 6 years, we are going to win titles as regularly as we did in the 2000s.
Standout player for you from this season so far from Tampines?
I think our new signing Milos has done very well. Yeah, he's keeping the shape of the team. And I mean, with a new team, we need more time. We are not like, it's hard to have long contracts. But I mean, Tampines, we came up first to give a 5-year contract to Nakamura.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a start. We set the tone, people are following. And if we start having this, we can go somewhere.
So when can we see Kyoga play for Singapore? I can't wait for him to play for Singapore, to be honest. Message for fans out there or of Singapore football who are currently feeling dispirited, who are disappointed, who don't want to watch any Singapore, which I don't blame them. What is your message for them to rally them, perhaps?
Come down to a game and watch a game. Don't form your judgments because of our national team and what they are doing. Come down to the grassroots, see your young players and support them, support their growth. Because if you're not there at the beginning, you don't deserve to be there at the end.
And we'll be definitely there at the end, aren't we going to, Richard?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Richard.
Pleasure.
And just like every game, I love to look at the kids, and this is Tampines' home kit, definitely one of the favourites of this season. Everyone has been talking about it on social media. And to, I guess, cure the pain of Singapore in football, I guess I can go shopping now and buy the kit, right? And this is the away kit, another favourite as well. Oh, they do have a t-shirt as well. My favourite. I'm here now with Sophie and Amber. Finally, I got some female representation in the SPL. Thanks so much, guys, for being part of this. I want to ask you all, tell me, you're wearing a Tanjong Pagar jersey. So, are you like a supporter of Tanjong Pagar?
Not particularly, I guess. I think it's just because they were playing today, so I decided to wear the jersey. But I mean, in this game, I do support them.
Okay, and for yourself, I saw you with Tampines. You were buying a Tampines kit, am I right?
I mean, I just like jerseys in general.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and especially I'm getting into the SPL, and I think it's quite interesting. It's kind of a new interest, and actually I came to some of the games, and it's actually more interesting than I thought it was.
Really? Yeah. Well, talk me through what got you excited about the SPL.
I think I have some friends who are in the SPL, and they told me to come down and watch it, and it was actually more exciting.
And she plays soccer in general.
So which team do you play for?
I think I kind of like Geylang International.
Yeah. Geylang is a very good jersey as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you, I'm sure that you all know about Singapore's current predicament and in the national team stage, right? What do you think needs to be done for our local scene? You're here at the games. Do you think more fans need to come and support?
No, I think they need better players. I mean, I feel like you watch the standard of the SPL and you see the standard at SEA Games. I think sometimes it's not up to par. I think there are a lot of players here. I guess maybe because there are some of them are international players, but I think a lot of the players here are actually better than the ones in the SEA Games, especially.
So they should get called up to play for nationals?
No, I think they should try. I think all the players here should kind of give it a go. I think that the soccer scene in Singapore it's actually better than people expect, and I don't think the SEA Games are a good representation of that.
Yeah. You hear it, guys. The SEA Games are not a good representation of the Singapore football scene. For yourself, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a collaborative effort. I mean, it has to come from a lot of people. Singapore has to pay more attention to football in general, not just education. We need to put sports more into focus, and something that children can consider as their career also, because it's not that much emphasized right now. Yeah.
Do you think it's unfair people are comparing football to, for example, individual sports? Like, for example, they're comparing it to Shanti's win in athletics or Joseph Schooling in swimming. We're not getting gold medals. Do you think it's unfair? Because football is a team sport, you know. As you mentioned, what needs to be done to get people to change their stereotype of us not being able to win gold medals?
I think there needs to be more exposure to the sport.
Also, parents should be more supportive. Like, if their kids want to play soccer, then let them try out. You know, I think there's probably a lot of like wasted talent because parents they say no because Singapore soccer is apparently not that great.
I love the fact that you guys are so positive. We need more of you guys in the football scene like that. You know, I'm so happy to hear from you. Okay, last question. Who do you think will win the SPL? I'm sure you've been following. You mentioned Geylang. Tampines is very strong today. But the defending champions are Albirex Niigata, a Japanese team. So this season, are you hoping for a local team to win it?
Albirex will win. Yeah, LCS has a chance, I think, LCS, but probably Albirex will win.
Standout player? Any players who have stood out for you guys?
Iqbal Hussein from Geylang. Iqbal, I'm a number one fan. And the goalie also, Ahmad from Geylang, also number one fan.
I like that. And for you?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice to hear. Amber as well as Amber and Sophia.
Iqbal, if you're watching this, keep it up, bro.
Thank you so much, Amber and Sophia. Please come to more games. I hope to interview you guys soon as well. I'm here now with Danish and Is, who are here at the Tampines game. Guys, can I ask you all, what are you all doing here? Are you all Tampines fans or?
Yeah, we're Tampines fans.
Yeah, same.
So, is this like a regular thing? Do you guys go for games every week?
For me, yeah because I ball picker for Young Lion, Hougang and Brunei. Yeah.
So you've been watching all those games. What do you think of the season so far?
I think it's a good season for Tampines Rovers. They have only lost one game in this whole season. It's unexpected that they lost to Balestier last week. I think.
And you know what? They are top of the table, right? Almost creeping out with Albirex. Do you think they can win the title this season?
I mean, if they play like today, they can.
Okay, I want to ask you all, personally speaking, of course we are all in Singapore football and we all love Singapore football, but we are currently going through some very challenging times, right, with our loss in the SEA Games. How do you guys feel about that?
I think they can do better,
I mean, the team can do better lah. I hope they can play the AFF in 2020. It was good but then I don't know what happened after that.
I do remember the AFF game which we fought very hard against Indonesia, but it all always seems like it's in the past. So what are your hopes for Singapore football? What would you like to see?
I hope we can win. I hope Singapore can win the AFF at least.
Same.
Okay, any standout players from Tampines for you guys this season? Any favourite player?
For me, it's been Faris or Boris. Yeah.
For me, Taufik Suparo and Faris. Yeah.
I agree. Taufik and Faris have been very good. Okay, guys, last question. Can we get a message from you all to all the Singapore football fans out there who are watching this?
Support your local football.
Support your local. Don't always support about the overseas team.
And that's it for this episode of SPL Social with the fans. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which games you all want us to cover next. And if you want to be on SPL Social, leave a comment below. I'm Ash from Football Inside. I'll see you guys soon.